The morning sun slowly climbed above the mountains, bathing the valley in warm golden light. Dew rested on every blade of grass, and the world seemed untouched, as though each sunrise was offering humanity another chance to begin again. In a quiet village surrounded by ancient forests lived a young man named Elias. He was not poor, he was not rich, he was simply ordinary, and perhaps that was his greatest problem. Every morning he would wake up with dreams larger than the mountains, but by sunset those dreams had become excuses. I'll start tomorrow. I'm not ready. I need more time. Someone else has it easier. Tomorrow became next week. Next week became next year. Without realizing it, Elias had become a prisoner, not of chains, but of hesitation. Meanwhile, life never waited. The sun continued to rise. The seasons continued to change. Children became adults, parents grew older, friends moved away. Time walked forward without looking back. One autumn morning, while wandering through the forest, Elias noticed an old man sitting beside a quiet river. The old man wore worn clothes, but his eyes carried a strange peace. Without looking up, he said, "You're late." Elias looked around. Late? For what? For your own life. The word struck deeper than any insult. The old man picked up a smooth stone and threw it into the river. Ripples spread farther and farther until they disappeared. Every action, he whispered, creates ripples. So does every action you never take. Elias frowned. I've never hurt anyone. The old man smiled gently. But have you helped yourself? Silence filled the forest. Birds continued singing as though the universe itself was waiting for his answer. The old man stood. Walk with me. Together they climbed a steep hill until they reached an enormous oak tree. Its roots twisted deep into the earth, its branches stretched toward the sky. How old do you think this tree is? Maybe 200 years. The old man nodded. It began as a seed no larger than your thumbnail. A tiny decision changed everything. He touched the rough bark. It didn't become strong because it wished to. It became strong because every single day it grew, even when no one noticed. Elias stared at the tree he had spent years wishing for success. The tree had simply grown. No excuses, no comparisons, only progress. As evening arrived, the golden sky slowly turned blue, cold shadows stretched across the ground. The old man pointed toward two distant roads. Imagine two travelers. The first walks one small step every day. The second waits for the perfect moment. 10 years later, who arrives first? The first. Exactly. The world rewards movement, not perfection. That night Elias couldn't sleep. For the first time in years, he realized something terrifying. He wasn't afraid of failure, he was afraid of beginning. Morning arrived again. The sunlight entered his small room. Instead of waiting for motivation, Elias stood up. He cleaned his room. He repaired broken tools. He wrote down one simple goal, just one. Not 10. Not 100.1. It felt insignificant, but the old man's words echoed inside him. A tiny decision changed everything. Days became weeks, weeks became months. His life didn't suddenly become easier. There were failures, there were mistakes, people laughed. Some told him to stop dreaming. Others reminded him of every time he had failed before, but something had changed. He no longer measured success by applause. He measured it by consistency. Every sunrise became another opportunity. Every sunset became another lesson. Winter arrived. The mornings were cold. The roads were covered with frost. Some days Elias wanted to quit. The warm bed whispered louder than his ambitions. But he remembered the oak tree. Trees don't stop growing because winter arrives, neither should people. One snowy afternoon he met the old man again. You've changed, the old man said. I don't feel successful. You aren't supposed to. Then what have I become? The old man smiled. You've become someone who keeps going. That matters more. Years passed, the village slowly transformed. Children Elias once knew became parents, old buildings disappeared, new homes appeared. The world continued changing. So did he. One spring morning, a young boy approached Elias. How did you become successful? Elias looked toward the rising sun. I stopped waiting. The boy asked, what if I'm afraid? So was I. What if I fail? You will. What if people judge me? They will. What if I don't know the future? No one does. The boy looked confused. Then how do I begin? Elias smiled. Take one step. Then another. Life doesn't ask you to see the entire road. It only asks you to take the next step. The years continued flowing like the river where Elias had first met the old man. One day he returned to that place. The river remained. The forest remained. But the old man was gone. Only a small wooden walking stick rested beside the water. Attached to it was a faded piece of paper. It read, "Your destiny was never waiting for you. It was waiting for your decision." Tears filled Elias's eyes. At last he understood. Destiny isn't something hidden somewhere in the future. It is created in every ordinary moment. Every alarm you choose not to snooze. Every page you decide to read. Every difficult conversation you finally have. Every healthy meal. Every workout. Every act of kindness. Every promise you keep to yourself. Small actions become habits. Habits become character. Character becomes destiny. The greatest tragedy in life isn't failing. It is reaching the end of your journey wondering, what if I had started? Years later, Elias himself became an old man. Young people often came asking for advice. Many expected complicated secrets. Instead, he always asked one question. What decision are you avoiding today? Some answered honestly, others remained silent, because deep down everyone already knows that we usually don't need better dreams, we need better decisions, we don't need more motivation, we need more discipline, we don't need perfect timing, we need today's opportunity. Every sunrise gives you 24 brand new hours. If you plant a seed today, one day someone will rest beneath its shade. If you learn today, one day someone will benefit from your wisdom. If you help today, one day kindness will continue through generations you've never met. Your actions echo far beyond your own lifetime. The greatest power you possess is not talent, not luck, not wealth. It is choice. No one else can walk through that door for you. No parent, no teacher, no friend, no mentor, no hero, and no miracle. Because the most important decision in your life has always belonged to one person. You. Perhaps today you feel behind. Perhaps you've wasted months or years. Maybe you've made mistakes you cannot erase. That doesn't matter as much as you think. The past explains you. It does not imprison you. Every sunrise writes a blank page. What matters now is the sentence you choose to write next. Stop waiting for confidence. Confidence follows action. Stop waiting for certainty. Certainty follows experience. Stop waiting for permission. Your life has already given it to you. You yourself must decide for yourself. And no one else can live your purpose, and no one else can carry your dreams, and no one else can create your future. When the final sunset arrives and the light slowly fades across the horizon, may you look back not with regret, but with gratitude, not because life was easy, but because you chose to live it fully, because every step, every sacrifice, every failure, and every victory became part of a story worth telling, and that story begins today, not tomorrow, not someday, today. Because your actions shape your destiny, and the decision has always been yours. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories. Thanks so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.